welcome back. Today's gonna be my March favorites video, and I don't have too much stuff because most of the things that I bought I'm saving up for my full face of first impressions video, so I haven't really tried that much new makeup, but I do have a lot of things that I have been loving for the past month. So if you guys want to see all the stuff that I have been loving, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is not makeup related, but I am obsessed with this. I just got it all over my hands. This is the Jergens Natural Glow Wet Skin Moisturizer. It's basically a lotion that you put on while your skin is still wet. So I have this like right outside of my shower, and every time I shower or take a bath, I put this on immediately while my skin is still like wet and damp, and I put it all over everywhere except for my face, and it basically just has a really subtle, it's like a self tanner, but it's diluted in the lotion, so it's not like super strong. Oh my gosh, you guys, it literally makes my skin feel so soft like butter. And a super funny story, my boyfriend didn't know this was a tanning lotion, and he's been using it on his hands, and his knuckles were all orange because he'd been using it for like 2 weeks and he wasn't rinsing them off or anything. And I was like, why are your knuckles so dirty? Like, go wash your hands. And a couple hours later, he was like, I love that new lotion that you got that's been in the bathroom. I'm like, okay, that makes sense now because you are supposed to wash your hands after you use this. But he'd been using it every day, and so gradually his knuckles were just getting like brown, and it just looked so funny. I thought it was hilarious. Anyways, this stuff seriously makes my skin feel so soft. The second it touches my skin, it literally feels like melted butter. I don't even know how to explain it, but it is so soft. And it also just gives such a natural glow. I do have highlighter on my shoulders, so don't think that I'm saying that it's gonna make you look like blinding like this. But I just feel like my skin looks so much more glowy and youthful. And since it does add that little bit of like a tint to your skin, and it does gradually build up every day, it's just giving me this beautiful, like natural looking tan, and oh, I just love it so much. The next thing I have is this Origins Drink Up 10-minute mask. So this is just a 10-minute hydrating mask, and it's just like a really thick lotion, super heavy, and you let it sit on the skin for, they say 10 minutes, but I leave it on for like a half hour. I like it because my skin has been a little bit more on the drier side lately. Even though I do have really oily skin, it's just dehydrated from the medicine that I've been taking. And when I went to Vegas, it just made my skin a little bit more parched than usual. I'll use this right when I wake up in the morning and let it sit on for about a half hour, and then I'll rinse it off and do my makeup, and my skin, it just looks so much more hydrated, and I feel like it really just soaks into the skin, and I get a lot of texture on my cheeks when I am really dry because, I don't know, my skin just gets like really bumpy, and I feel like when I use this, I get so much extra moisture into my skin that it really just kind of soothes that and evens it out. This is honestly the first actual hydrating mask that I've ever tried. I've used sheet masks, which I love, but this is the first lotiony mask that I've ever used that's a hydrating one. Usually I stick to like mud masks and mattifying masks and stuff like that. So I really like this. If you guys have other suggestions for me for other hydrating masks, then definitely let me know, because now that I tried this, I'm just hooked on it. And I just feel like it's so perfect to use right before you do your makeup, because when your skin is hydrated underneath a foundation, especially if you wear a matte foundation, it just looks a million times better. So yeah, I have been loving this. Then we have this beautiful highlighting palette. This is by the brand Milani. This has become my baby. I love this so much, especially this shade right here. I've been wearing this almost every single day, and I cannot stop wearing it. I have it on today, and it's just such a blinding metallic highlight. These are so creamy, buttery. Look at that. I just barely ran my finger through that, and it's just incredible how pigmented these shades are. That first one that I swatched is my favorite one. This is the golden one, but I do have the golden one on my shoulders today, so you can see how pretty that one is. And they also have a rose gold shade in here. And that's what that one looks like. That one is obviously too dark for me. I've actually never used that one. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more on because I've had this on for like 7 hours. It's insane. This one is the Ulta Beauty Calla Lilly blush, and it is a beautiful shade. I think this was only $12 too. It's just such a beautiful peachy pink shade. It has a little bit of coral in there. There's a little bit of a gold sheen in there. I think this looks so pretty on the cheeks. It blends out really nicely, doesn't go on patchy. It's pretty pigmented, so I only have to pick up a little bit, and then I always tap off the extra on my brush. I just love that it has that little bit of gold sheen to it, so when it hits the cheekbones, it looks so glowy and fresh. Plus, this shade is just perfect for my skin tone, and I feel like it complements every eye look that I do, and I have just been loving this. And honestly, you cannot go wrong with a $12 blush. Then I have some lip products to talk about. This is my favorite part of all of my favorites videos, is the lipsticks. Every month, I always try and switch up my lipsticks, even though they all look the same. Probably to you guys, but not to me. Starting with a lip liner, this is by Essence. This is the Soft Contouring Lip Liner in the shade 09 Going Steady. I have it on today. You can't really see it that well because I covered up with a lipstick, but it's a really, really pretty, kind of a deep purple shade, and I've been wearing this with so many different lipsticks and it looks beautiful with all of them. Although I do really like lip liners that are really creamy and they twist up for you, I do really like this one because it reminds me a lot of the MAC lip liners, which I love. It's a little bit tougher than the creamy lip liners that I usually use, but I like it because you can really get in there and define your lips so easily with it. And it's just such a pretty color. It's really matte, so you can wear this as a lipstick on its own. It lasts a long time on my lips and it is just beautiful, so I've been loving that one. Then for some lipsticks, and none of these lipsticks that I have here, I have 4 to show you guys, none of them are new lipsticks, but I just see nudes like in my drawer that I haven't worn for a while, and then I just can't stop wearing them. This first one is by ColourPop. This one is in the shade Strut. I've worn this in a couple of my videos lately and you guys seem to love it. This is a satin liquid lipstick and it reminds me a lot of the Kylie Velvet lipsticks, which are my favorite. Even though this isn't a super budge-proof matte liquid lipstick, this dries down to a really pretty satin matte formula and it does not move. I think I wore it in my Maybelline foundation review. I'm almost positive I wore it in that video and I had it on. I don't think I touched it up one time and I had it on the whole video. So even though it's not like super kiss proof, it does last a long time on your lips and it's just so pretty. It's a perfect deeper nude. And then I have this lipstick that I've worn in my last like 10 Instagram pictures. This is by Jouer and this is the liquid lipstick in the shade Tawny Rose. So it's a little bit more of a lighter and purpley nude, which purple nudes are my weakness. This one does dry down to a very matte formula and it is kiss proof, so this one lasts a long time. Okay, and then I have 2 more lipsticks and one is a matte lipstick and then the other one is actually lip gloss. These are both by Bareminerals and this one is the matte lipstick in the shade Slay. And this is actually the lipstick that I'm wearing today. I've been loving this one. It's a little bit lighter of a pinky nude compared to those other 2. So it's super comfortable to wear. It's not super drying. It fades off really nicely too. It doesn't like ball up and clump up and look patchy. And then the next one is a gloss that I've been wearing on top of the lipstick that I'm wearing today. And this one is in the shade Sugar. So this is one of my favorite shades of glosses, but it's almost identical to the Slay shade that I shaded above it. It's just a little bit more pinky and a little bit less purple, but these 2 paired together are beautiful. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. It is just the perfect pinky nude gloss. Okay, then I have a foundation to talk about, and I wasn't originally going to put this in this video because there is a couple things that I don't love about it, but I have been wearing it like crazy and I really love it. This is the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Foundation. So I did do a full dedicated video review wear test on this video. I'll link it down below for you guys so you can see how it performs on my skin. And by the way, if you guys are wondering the foundation I'm wearing right now, I am in the middle of doing a review of the Cover FX Power Play Foundation. But anyways, back to the foundation. So this is a really full coverage foundation and it has a beautiful matte finish. It's not too matte to the point where it looks really powdery. What I noticed about this foundation, like I said, there is a couple of things that I don't love about it, is if I use too much, that foundation does not look good. So I try to use only a little bit. Since it is full coverage, you don't really need a lot of it, but if I do get carried away and use too much, it does look really cakey and heavy. So I would recommend starting out with just a little bit and then building it up little by little so that you don't get too carried away with it, because when I did, I was like, ooh, okay, now I can see how some people didn't like this foundation foundation if they use too much. It is just so pretty on the skin for only being, I think it was like $11. It controlled my oil like crazy. I never get oily in it. It doesn't kick up on me, doesn't separate, it doesn't like transfer and look patchy. It just looks really, really pretty on my skin, and I have very temperamental skin, you guys already know this. So I'm really happy that I found another foundation from the drugstore that cooperates with my skin. He always calls me when I'm filming. And then he just hangs up. Okay, babe. Anyways, I have one more thing to talk about, and this is a liquid eyeliner. This is by The Balm, and this is the SHWING Black Liquid Eyeliner. I have been stuck on my Sephora Black Liquid Eyeliner for the longest time, ever since I first started my YouTube channel. And I still stand by that one. I love that one, but that one can be a little bit inconsistent at times. Sometimes I'll buy one and the applicator is like way different than the last one I had. So that's the only thing that I haven't loved about that one. But this one, it's a lot different than something that I would normally like. And I will always love my Inglot gel eyeliner. Wow, I cannot talk today. I just prefer gel eyeliner over liquid because it's blacker and a lot matter. Anyways, I'm rambling now. I've been loving this for days and I'm in a rush. It's super easy to do eyeliner with. It has a really nice, long, precise tip. It was a little bit tricky the first time I used this because it does have such a long handle on it, but now that I am using it more, it's super easy to do a wing with, and it's also really, really black. Here, I'll actually swatch it for you. It's super dark, pitch black, and it dries really, really matte. It doesn't smear on me, and it's just really nice. I've been really liking that one for when I don't want to take the time to do gel eyeliner, since it is a little bit more time consuming. And that is everything I have, I believe. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know what your guys' favorites for this month have been. I love when you guys tell me everything that you've been loving, because I literally go out and buy everything that you guys always tell me to. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.